this is the innovation and breakthrough section in their docs. And like me and Basejunkie were talking about, what was this, like 2 episodes ago, when we were talking about how the S&P 500 is now tokenized on Centrifuge on Base. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about how if that was around before like FTX and everything crumbled, it could have saved, I'm not going to say saved, the bear market wouldn't have been as intense, because that was a result of forced selling. People were over leveraged, right? And if your collateral is the same thing that you're speculating on, if the value of your investment goes down, your collateral goes down as well, and then you get liquidated, like you're forced to sell. So if S&P 500 was on chain and it was around back then, and S&P 500 was your collateral, even during a recession, the S&P 500 might drop 10%, but while crypto is dropping 90, people wouldn't have been forced to sell. So it's like, what they're saying here is DeFi 1.0, tokens as collateral. So that's what we just talked about. Bitcoin, ETH, even stable coins as collateral. DeFi 2.0 is RWAs as collateral. And this is kind of what we're talking about, using the S&P 500 as collateral. You have Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, walking around excited about getting US assets on chain, you know, treasury bonds, and tokenizing these assets because it extends the global footprint and reach so that people all around the world can use these things as collateral. But what they're saying here, DeFi 3.0, is using compute as collateral, right? And that's huge, because you want your collateral to be in something that isn't fluctuating in value so much, so that whatever you're using to speculate on, they're not correlated. And, you know, I'm no expert on like servers and things like that, but I'm 99.9% sure that they're not going to be fluctuating in value as much. So being able to like use this as collateral, if that takes off, dude, it's going to help create stabilization in this space, which will attract a lot of institutional investors, because institutions use leverage. They just use it in a safe way. And it's not the safest thing to use Bitcoin as collateral if you're speculating on crypto.